ये बंदा कौन है, 25 साल का छोकरा समझता है कि वो मेरी बिजनेस मुझे बताएगा।
I will start at a point where a lot of students' higher education journey starts, and for you probably that was also a start, and it started with IITs. The IITs of your time, possibly we're talking about the late 70s or
Early
the 80s is when you graduated. How do you see the difference now when you read about the IITs? Now when you see the news coming in every day from different IITs, how do you feel about it being an alma mater of this institute, and how do you see that space changing over time?
The world sees IITs as having created the Sundar Pichais of the world.
Right.
If you look at CEO after CEO and celebrity after celebrity in the business or technology world, particularly in the last, I would say, 30 years, then a lot of them came out of the IITs.
Yeah.
Of course, many came out of other institutions as well, but what I think happened is that those institutions too were inspired by the IITs. And in that sense, the IITs showed the way. The other institutions to also aspire to build high quality institutions in India and the focus on STEM. I think over time, the IIT brand has only become stronger. I have to say that I'm a beneficiary of that.
Yeah.
As an alum, people treat you with a lot of respect that you came out of an IIT. It has become much more sought after and difficult to get into because the number of students wanting to get
keeps increasing.
Has increased. I think though that in that scaling up, there has been some concern about dilution. You now have too many students, not enough infrastructure and facilities for the larger number of students. And we have built many more new IITs, which is great for our students. And I think we need even many more. But we haven't perhaps been able to ramp up faculty availability fast enough. So a lot of the newer IITs, and this is true for IIMs also,
correct,
suffer a little bit from the fact that they may have buildings, but they don't have the right faculty to teach. Because of political reasons, they've all been set up in far-flung areas. In my own state and close to your state, we have one in Patna, which is not really in Patna, it's in Bihta. We have an IIM in Bodh Gaya, and I think the big challenge in all these places is going to be how do you get the same quality of faculty that you have in a Delhi or a Bombay or a Chennai, when even Kanpur today has a tough time attracting people to IIT.
Right.
कुछ अच्छा है, कुछ बुरा है, बहुत dilute हो रहा है. The fact is that this is a remarkable educational achievement of the 21st century, of the 20th century.
Right.
कि एक देश जो बिल्कुल पिटा हुआ था, उसने 1950s में ये कुछ 4-5 इंस्टीट्यूशन बना के पूरे कंट्री को ट्रांसफॉर्म कर दिया.
Correct. The same story goes for IIM also, and there is a lot of debate around which is better, IITs or IIMs, because we see that a lot of people coming out from IITs, they become the CEOs of the Sundar Pichais of the world, and we see a lot of IIMs becoming the entrepreneurs of today that they are becoming, and so there is always this tussle कि IIT में पढ़ना was better और IIM वाले बोलते हैं IIM में पढ़ना was better. Do you believe in this kind of hegemony that is there, that's created in the media or the market?
नहीं, ये सब मैं नहीं मानता. मैं मानता हूँ कि अपने ड्राइव और ability to adapt and learn से ही लोग सक्सेसफुल होते हैं. अगर आप IIT में गए और IIM में गए तो थोड़ा हेल्प मिल गया. ट्रूथ इज कि अगर आप एनालिसिस करिए तो lots of IITians and lots of IIM alums don't have those kind of achievements, and enough people who did not go to these institutions also have those achievements. And since we are talking about Pichai and not to talk only about famous people, but Nadella did not go to an IIT or IIM, though Manipal is no less as an institution. So the point, I think ये comparisons नहीं करनी चाहिए. और मैं जानता हूँ कि मेरे कहने से नहीं होता, लोग डिसअपॉइंट तो होते ही हैं जब उनका उन इंस्टीट्यूशंस में एडमिशन नहीं होता है। मेरा भी आईआईएम में नहीं हुआ था, जैसे आईआईटी में होने के बावजूद बुरा तो लगता है। यू वांट टू डू वेल, यू वांट टू गेट इनटू दीस इंस्टीट्यूशंस, बट it's no handicap. I feel.
Let's talk about a little bit about McKinsey. You know, you've worked for 12 long years in McKinsey. Most of it has happened abroad. A lot of people dream to get into an organization like this. मैं सारे B-School institutes में जाता हूँ, and the first name that comes to their mind is probably मुझे McKinsey जाना है या Bain जाना है या BCG जाना है, उनके लिए काम करना है as a consultant. So if I have to ask you to sum up your learnings of these 12 years in 3 key points being a consultant, what will they be?
पहला पॉइंट तो ये होगा कि कोई भी प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व किया जा सकता है if you approach the problem solving in a structured manner. Second learning जो हुई वो ये है कि people में इन्वेस्ट करोगे तो disproportionate returns मिलेंगे. कंसल्टिंग जो फील्ड है वो कई लोग बोलते हैं और मैं भी मानता हूं कि इट्स अ हाई टच स्पोर्ट, हाई कॉन्टैक्ट स्पोर्ट. लोग समझते हैं कि रिपोर्ट बना के, एनालिसिस करके, ब्रिलियंट प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग करके हम अच्छे कंसल्टेंट बन जाएंगे. लेकिन अच्छे कंसल्टेंट वो बनते हैं जो क्लाइंट के साथ मिलकर प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व कर सकते हैं. और यूजुअली क्लाइंट रेजिस्टेंट होते हो, नहीं ये बंदा कौन है, 25 साल का छोकरा समझता है कि वो मेरी बिजनेस मुझे बताएगा, राइट. सो एंड ये मेरे सीईओ ने या बोर्ड ने भेजा है इनको, और इनको देखो इनकी इतनी तनख्वाह मिलती है, इनको इतने फीस मिल रहे हैं, ये तो मैं खुद करके करा दूं. सो ये सब जो उसके दिमाग में चल रहा है, जो रेजिस्टेंस है, उसको कैसे ओवरकम करना, उसको कैसे मैनेज करना, एक तो वो साइड हो जाता है. The last and the third one that I would say is that McKinsey was always about impact. This is a very American thing, actually. The origins of McKinsey is very American. तो उसमें काम से मतलब रखो और करके दिखाओ.
You mentioned about your own education, Pramath, and कहीं ना कहीं there is a certain sense of privilege that's also there, which comes into play. Because why I'm bringing this here is because the higher education institutes of today, they look at a certain fees that's keep on increasing every year, right? I'm not saying that the higher educations are at fault here. I'm saying that, do you feel that we as an education institute are doing enough, or do you think we as the Indian government itself is doing enough for providing more and more opportunities to students who can have these privileges that you mentioned, that probably is not there with a lot of people?
देखिए, the government could be doing much more. हमारे यहाँ रियल कंस्ट्रेंट्स हैं. जिस स्केल पे हमें एजुकेशन प्रोवाइड करना है इस देश में, आज के दिन में हमारी गवर्नमेंट के पास वो रिसोर्सेज नहीं है, और ये हमें मानना पड़ेगा. और इसीलिए इफ़ यू लुक एट द स्टेटिस्टिक्स, देन टुडे both for school education, which earlier used to be a little lower but has now increased a lot in proportion, and college education, nearly 70% of education is provided by the private sector. This is some of the highest proportion in the world.
Yeah.
You go to China, there's hardly any. It would be single digit. Education, as it is said, has always been a public good. It is expected that the government will take care, that they will subsidize, that they will make it accessible, and in fact that the government almost has an obligation to provide the same quality for the people who cannot afford it. That doesn't mean that it is better quality though. And that's the tragedy.
Yeah.
In the state sector also, you have some institutions that are very good. We were talking about IITs and
Correct.
IIMs, and you have some things that are not so great at all. Similarly, in the private sector, you have some players who are well-meaning and they're setting up good institutions. There are others who are doing it just for the money and don't care about the quality. So access which is the point you are making, is a big issue. And today, largely, that access is still provided by the government institutions, because the private institutions are forced to charge, क्योंकि उनको तो कहीं ना कहीं से पैसे प्रॉफिट नहीं बनाना है, तो रिकवर तो करना है.
And another important aspect for anybody to choose a B school, you like it or not, is the placement figure that they see in the brochures. And in India, I mean, the placement and the fees probably are written side by side, because that's where the tally comes in. Everything that we talk about, the program and everything, all boils down to the ROI, right? How do you see that practice right now in the B school space?
See, I think that the purists amongst the academics will obviously have a different view, that education should not be about jobs and shouldn't be about money, but at least MBA programs will always be about that. I think people do an MBA because they want to pivot. They were doing something and they want to do something else. And in a postgraduate setting, or in any setting, the MBA is the only degree that allows you to pivot, because all master's programs are actually specializations. They actually get you deeper into the well that you are part of. So if you are in a particular well and you want to get out and get into another well, or get out of the well, the only way you have is the MBA, which is why the MBA is so sought after.
Yeah.
Of course, MBA programs also, in a way, guarantee a job. Why would you do it if you didn't get a job? So that job focus will be there. Salary, therefore, does become a metric. MBA programs are expensive. Institutions are also conscious of the fact कि भाई अगर आपको 20 लाख की नौकरी मिल रही है तो मुझे आप पैसे भी दो. That I'm getting you a 20 लाख का जॉब.
Right.
मैं आपको वैल्यू ऐड कर रहा हूँ ताकि मैं और भी वैल्यू ऐड कर सकूँ. सो वो भी जस्टिफाइड है. तो आई थिंक ये ट्रैकिंग तो चलेगा और हमेशा रहेगा. एंड आई डोंट थिंक इट्स बैड नेसेसरीली. हाँ, बैड थोड़ा ये है कि लोग थोड़ी सी ओवर स्टेट कर देते हैं अपनी नंबर्स. तो थोड़ी सी गेमिंग होती है कि उसमें स्टॉक ऑप्शंस भी डाल दो, बेनिफिट्स भी डाल दो, ये भी डाल दो, वो भी डाल दो, टू शो की हमारे नंबर्स. तो वो गलत है. एंड वो मिसयूज तो हर सेक्टर में होता है. लोग रैंकिंग्स के लिए पीसीयू पे करके अपनी रैंकिंग करा लेते हैं. I think the one piece that people don't see, which is actually very important, is they only see the starting salary. The big thing that is actually happening is that when you get a really high quality education or a better quality education, the trajectory, the acceleration in your compensation, the increase over time is very different from other institutions. And that is one metric that doesn't show up, and I think people who are really making a decision should track.